After Thanksgiving dinner, Mouse crept up out of his hidey hole and looked around. All right, so hold on one second. I've got my story cards here. We have a character. Who is our character? Who are we talking about here on this very first page? Mouse. So that's one of our characters. Let's keep reading. The house was quiet. Dad snoozed in his chair with his book. Mom dozed in front of the TV. Outside, the kids played football in the crisp yellow leaves. Cat curled up by the fire. He yawned and stretched his stripy tail, then closed his greeny eyes and went to sleep. So, who else do we have? Let's look over here in this bottom corner, stretched out by the fire. Who else is this? This is another character. Cat. Very good. So we have Mouse and Cat. They're our main characters. We do have other characters like Mom and Dad and the kids playing outside, but they're not really our main characters. All right. So where are they? It said the house was quiet. So where are they? Inside the house. Very good. So that is the setting. All right. And so let's do when. When is this? I want to ask this question. We may not know quite yet, but I want to look at the next page and we're going to think about when is this? Is this a special day? All right. So let's think about that as we read. Mouse scampered up the tablecloth. Thanksgiving leftovers were still on the table. So much to eat. Mouse saw a teensy tiny toothsome green pea all by itself under a plate. Give thanks, he thought. One will be a feast for me. Mouse rolled the pea across the table to take it back to the hidey hole. All right, so let's look at our when card again. All right, so what special day do you think that this is? Look at it. You see some pumpkins here. You see some pie. Oh, I see some pilgrims and a turkey and some yummy turkey right here. I think this is Thanksgiving. Oh, that is one of Miss Hendry's favorite holidays. All right, and so what happened here? Mouse found a green pea. He climbed up on the table and he found a leftover green pea. And he's going to take it back to his hole and eat. Keep reading. But his eyes were bigger than his stomach. He saw 6 leftover cranberries glowing on a saucer. I'll just take one, he said to himself. One is a feast for me. He balanced one cranberry on top of the pea and started once again across the table to his hidey hole. All right, so what has happened here? What's going wrong here? He had his pea and he was going back to the hole, but what happened? He saw some more food that looked yummy. He saw some cranberries. And so he said, "Oh, it wouldn't really hurt if I grabbed a cranberry too." It happens. Just then he saw 3 olives, black and shiny in a dish. I'll just take one, he thought. One is a feast for me. He put the olive on top of the cranberry on top of the pea and carried the tidbits off the table. Uh-oh. So what else has happened? He's seeing more food and he keeps stacking it up. So it said that he found an olive and he put it on top of the pea, on top of the cranberry. That's silly. I think that this might not be good for our friend Mouse. Then he saw the carrot sticks, crunchy, munchy, and orange. I'll just take one, he thought. One is a feast for me. He stuck one carrot stick into the hole in the olive, balanced both on top of the cranberry on top of the pea, and started back to his hidey hole. All right, so he found more stuff. What do you think is going to happen? Make a prediction. What do you think is going to happen? He keeps stacking things higher and higher to take back to his hole. I wonder. Let's see. Then he saw the mashed potatoes, Mouse potatoes. There was just one scoop left on the plate. I'll just take the plate, Mouse thought. What a feast I'll have. He balanced the plate on top of the carrot stick in the hole and the olive on top of the cranberry on top of the pea. And Mouse started off across the table. Oh no. I bet you that pile is getting hard to carry. Then he saw the gravy, brown and luscious, in the silver gravy boat. Gravy for the mouse potatoes, he thought. I must have that for my feast. And he balanced the gravy boat on top of the mashed potatoes, on top of the carrot stick, stuck in the olive, on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea. And then he started off. He keeps adding things. But then he spotted the pumpkin pie, one slice of pie, brown and dimpled with a collar of fluffy cream. So he balanced the pie on top of the gravy boat, on top of the mashed potatoes, on top of the carrot stick, stuck in the olive hole, on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea, and he started off across the table. I'm nervous. I'm worried about Mouse. Oh no, the pie slid, but Mouse caught it just in time. Mouse bobbled and bobbled across the table on the way to his hidey hole for his Thanksgiving feast. He didn't see Cat creeping closer and closer. Uh-oh. So what is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? We see Cat now. Do you think Cat's just going to leave him alone or jump on him? Oh no, he might try to attack him. Let's see what happens. But Mouse saw the turkey. I'm going to move this. Mouse saw the turkey, brown and juicy, surrounded with parsley. Much was gone, but there was just enough left for a mouse, or even two. I'll just add that, thought Mouse, and he carefully placed the turkey platter on the very top of his pile. On top of the pie, on top of the gravy, on top of the mashed potatoes, on top of the carrot stick stuck in the olive hole, on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea. Oh my goodness. So why do you think he's doing this? There's a word that we could use and call Mouse. Not that we're trying to be mean, but sometimes when you want more than you need, it's called a word. It's called a specific word, like grr. It starts with the sound grr. His eyes are bigger than his stomach. He really doesn't need all of this food, but he wants it all. He's being greedy. Good, greedy. Let's keep reading. Very good. He started off across the table to his hidey hole, and there at the table's edge he met Cat, green, greedy-eyed and hungry, clawing up the table on the tablecloth. Oh no. This might not be good, guys. Mouse skittled to a stop. The turkey wibbled and wobbled, slid and slipped. Mouse danced to keep his feast balanced, pirouetted like a ballerina, juggled like a platform spinner. But off slid the turkey, whoosh, with a plop, landing smack on Cat. Eesh, that's not good. Down crashed the pumpkin pie and the boat with the gravy. Down crashed the mashed potatoes with a clatter that woke Mom. Down fell the carrot stick, still impaled in the olive. Down went the cranberry, which rolled, leaving a red track across the tablecloth. Down went the pea, all catterwampus off the table, rolling onto the floor. Off scampered Mouse, quick as a bandit, back to his hidey hole ahead of Cat. So, oh no, what has happened? Cat attacked him, and all of his stuff has fallen. Oh no. He huddled in his hidey hole. His heart pitter-pattered. He peered out. Down came the broom on the stripy, green-eyed cat. "Bad kitty!" shouted Mom. "Outside!" She swept the cat out the door. Mouse looked around, whiskers trembling with fright. "No Thanksgiving feast for me," he thought. Just then he spotted glowing in the corner. All right, so why do you think Mom was hitting the kitty cat with a broom? Because he knocked all that stuff down, and she didn't know that there was a mouse, but he did knock it down. All right, so let's see what happens. What did he spot in the corner? Oh, one teensy tiny, round and toothsome, green and luscious pea. Give thanks, one is a feast for me. Very good. All right, so let's look back at our slide where we talk about our element. All right, so the name of this book is One is a Feast for Mouse. the, here's our story sticks that we use. I'm trying to make this bigger. All right, here we go. There we go. That's much better. All right, our characters were Mouse and the green-eyed cat. The setting was the house on Thanksgiving Day. The main idea was that Mouse was hungry when everyone went to sleep. Mouse was hungry and he went to find something on the table. He found a pea, but oh no, as he was heading back, he got very greedy, and he started stacking things up. And before long, Cat came and pounced on him and knocked everything down and made a big mess. And so Mom thought it was the cat who made the big mess, which it kind of was, but it was really Mouse's fault. And so Cat was kicked out of the house, and Mouse went back to his hole very sad. And but thankfully he found the little green pea that he started off with. And so really the lesson in this story is that sometimes it's better not to be greedy. Because had Mouse went straight back to his hole with the tiny little green pea that he had to begin with, he would have been just fine. And it did turn out okay, but he ended up being greedy and almost got hurt by the cat. All right, guys, thanks for watching.